Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. I have a box of chocolates. Chocolates in my boxes. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, so Giving Day is a 24-hour period at Boston University where alumni, people of the Boston community can donate to extracurricular groups. We raised more money than any other club in BU history in that 24-hour period, which was insane.
As far as the Giving Day coordinator roles, when I oversaw the more logistical side of things day of, I was sort of organizing the Abbeys while Giving Day was happening, making sure that they were hitting the phones, getting in touch with possible donors, and trying to get as many donation dollars as possible.
My part in Giving Day, I was elected as a Giving Day coordinator, against my will. No, I'm kidding, I'll start again. My role in the Giving Day was I was elected as the Giving Day coordinator with Will. My job was basically just for alumni outreach because we knew that like a lot of our donations would be coming in through alumni.
The Dear Abbeys have existed for 30 years, and last Giving Day happened to be the Giving Day of our 30th anniversary. And we wanted to pull out all the stops for the show. We wanted to get crazy lighting. We wanted to get just the best possible sound. We wanted every member to hold a microphone. We wanted to have all this merch. We wanted to do an alumni event. So we needed to make Giving Day big.
The 30th anniversary, as business manager, I contributed quite a bit. And we wanted to set ourselves up to have a good show, not only for us, but also for the alumni, who were expecting something big for the 30th and also sort of as a tribute to them. We also wanted to do something special. We're able to get the BU pub and rent it out so that we could actually have the alumni come and meet at the BU pub. So we had that catered for them, and it was a great experience, not only for the alumni, but also for the members that haven't met them yet. And they were able to rekindle old friendships and start some new ones.
With the money we raised, we bought a lot of merch. We want to kind of update our Abbey wardrobe. We also got enough money to go to the Cape for a few days and record 3 songs for our next album.
That was huge for recording. The money was insane. It allowed us to do so much, honestly, for the group. I was so happy that the show, the 30th anniversary show and the merch came along. But one thing I did care a lot about was recording and being able to get the boys into a studio and have them sing something into a mic and have some really good quality studio recordings come out of it. So this was a real opportunity to get the boys into the studio for the first time during COVID and have them record something great.
With the Giving Day money, we were able to re-cement ourselves as a group of quality, as a high caliber a cappella group.
Our final song tonight goes out to our alumni. It's a deep cut. Only the alumni will probably recognize it. Without further ado.
So with that money, that big, massive money, we were to put on a huge show, but it wasn't easy to raise that money. It took a lot of shame.
As exciting as Giving Day was in terms of how successful we were in fundraising, I definitely, as I was looking at that number tick up, we all got this sense of impending dread looking at those ranks on the tier list.
I firmly believe that if you need to ask somebody for money, that you got to give something back in return. And that came in the form of Giving Day challenges. So in that spirit, for Giving Day, we decided to make a fool out of ourselves to compensate our donors.
Because we all knew we'd have to do them eventually, and some of them were worse than others.
So whether that means jumping into Charles, bathing in milk if you lose the SAT. We threw ourselves into Boston all handcuffed together for 8 hours straight. Nobody in their right I can't say that. Nobody in their right mind would ever do that.
When we were doing Giving Day, we were thinking about fun stuff to involve the donors to incentivize people to donate. So one of the things we came up with was if we reach a certain amount of money, we'd let the audience pick a song that we do for our next set.
So we have polled our Instagram, the top 8 songs. We have the 4 most voted for ones right here.
And so the song that they landed on, we ended up voting on, was a One Direction medley.
Make some noise, One Direction medley next fall.
We've totally reshaped the quality of our show. With the Giving Day money, we've created a new expectation from our audiences that they're going to come not only to see us perform and perform well, but to kind of see a visual spectacle. Just the overall production quality of our shows, because of Giving Day, totally shoots up, and it makes the show more of a show and less of a showcase.
Yeah, so it was a competition, the Battle of the Yaka Donors, between Oral Fixation, a female group on campus, and us, the Dear Abbeys, and we had a competition to see who could get the most donors and the most money from those donors.
So as music director, obviously I feel a certain drive to make the group as good as it can be, and that means if we have a competition, even if it's friendly, I want to make sure that we win, and I want to make sure that we do a really good job.
And we love Aphex. They're a lot of fun. They also embrace that shamelessness of acapella like we do.
I didn't feel any stress on the musical side, but certainly from a competitive standpoint, it was very intense.
I've never seen the Abbey group chat as active as it ever was. We sent out emails to our alumni being like, their Aphex is pushed ahead. Donate now, donate now. We only have 3 hours left.
While they ultimately came out with more donors, we did manage to make quite a lot more money than them during Giving Day.
And it was amazing how much we raised and how much our donors were willing to give. You know, I wasn't really stressed going into it because once I realized how much we were making, I was like, well, now it doesn't matter. Like, you know, I didn't even expect to make 1,000, let alone 8.
What made this Giving Day in 2022 so successful is our ability to embrace the things that make us foolish, embrace being foolish, embrace just having fun, and I think that people respond to that.
Again, coming back to our donors and what this means for them as well, making sure that we have good musical content, you know, is great for everyone who donated towards us, seeing that we're putting that money to good use.
The reason Giving Day was so important was because we wanted to make the 30th not only like a great show, but like a big statement as to like what the Abbeys are and what we will become. Not just a club at BU, but like a group of musicians and people that really value putting stuff into the organization and keeping it going.
It honestly makes me emotional, like thinking about how much money we raised in 24 hours, and how many people really care about the success of this group and want to see us succeed, want to see us back on that map. For this upcoming Giving Day, it's tough because we really pulled out all the stops last year. So how do we repeat that? We're gonna have to put our pride aside once again for a new series of challenges. Because it's only fair. You're giving us money. We should have to pay for that.
Last year was such a big event that we really have to make this something bigger and better than before.
So this year, our sights are more so focused on raising money to go back to the Cape and record some songs. The money also would go towards continuing to keep those shows extravagant. We want to take that money that we earn and give it right back to the donors. I like to think of Giving Day isn't so much as a receiving day for us, but a receiving day for our audience.